Hello everyone, how you guys doing today? Welcome to Libra TV. Thank you so much for being here. Happy New Year. So today's video I'm going to talk about the UFC 283. It will be an interesting fight, okay? Global Teixeira versus Jamahal Hill. You guys might think that's not the fight, a lot of people were expecting in the light heavyweight division, but that's what we have. Yuri Prochazka hurt his shoulder and he's out for 6 or 8 months. We don't really know how everything's gonna play out, but the UFC, Dana White came out saying that Yuri Prochazka can compete. Global Teixeira and Yuri Prochazka should be supposed to be the fight to make, but now Jamahal Hill is now to fight for the light heavyweight champion. That's crazy. There's a lot of controversy about this fight. A lot of people don't like it, a lot of people like it. People say Jamahal Hill is not supposed to be the guy, but who knows, right? Who cares, So let's go through the 283 UFC card. It's an interesting card. Gabriel Burns is fighting Neo. Figueiredo and Moreno is fighting. That will be an interesting fight, Figueiredo, Moreno, this will be the fourth fight. Moreno was a champion before. He was taken over by Figueiredo. The first fight was a draw. So, they've been going back and forth. I think it's good for UFC to, solidify this flyweight division because, nobody knows, right? So they need to fight the fourth time and figure out who is really the champion in this division, and that'll be an interesting fight, man. I know a lot of people don't like to watch a fourth fight, but this is the fight to make, man. Gabriel Burns has been there for, he's been there. Like he's a great fighter. He fought Hamza Chimaev, he lost to Hamza, and he fought Kamaru Usman. He lost to Kamaru Usman. Now he's gonna fight Neil. I think Gabriel Burns is for sure will be the favorite moving forward. Neil already have 10 losses in his career, and Gabriel Burns only got 5 losses. I think he got more experience. He's a great puncher. He's a great wrestler. I think putting that together, I think Gabriel Burns can come out victorious in that fight. But I want to talk about Glover Teixeira and Jamahal Hill. People don't really like how everything's playing out so far in the light heavyweight division. Let's talk about Glover Teixeira. Glover Teixeira is an OG in the light heavyweight division. He's old. He's in his 43 or something. And Jamahal Hill is 31, so he's way younger. Hill's got the momentum. He got the momentum. He got like 13 fights, 11 wins and 1 loss in his career. And he's known for his stand-up. I think it's more like a stand-up fight. His last fight against Thiago Santos, I think maybe that's why UFC gave him the opportunity to fight for the light heavyweight title. Regardless, he's ranked number 7, okay? And Glover Teixeira is ranked number 1, I think, in the division. The light heavyweight division haven't been the interesting division since Sean Jones left that division. They've been champions upon champions. I don't think a lot of people like it. First was Glover Teixeira. Glover Teixeira was a champion before. Jan Blachowicz was a champion. Yuri Prochazka was a champion. And no fighter have defended the belt more than once. So we don't really know if Jamahal Hill will defeat Glover Teixeira in Brazil, because the UFC 283 will happen in Brazil. I don't really know how this stuff will play out, but it seems Glover Teixeira, he's from Brazil. I think a lot of fans will be cheering for him for the fight. And Jamahal Hill is an American. I don't really know how this stuff will play out, but I think if he put his head down and grind, he can maybe get a KO. But we know that he's a stand-up guy, and Glover Teixeira is a wrestler. We have Anthony Smith coming out the other day saying that he's training Jamahal Hill. He told him that he needs to be precise on his counters, on how to throw punches. He said he's not there to train Jamahal Hill on how to throw kicks or how to do wrestling or how to do whatever. He needs to just be precise. He needs to show him how to be sharper. Anthony Smith and Jamahal Hill was supposed to fight, but the fight was canceled, or there's something happened with the fight didn't happen, right? It's gonna be interesting how everything's gonna play out, man. But Glover Teixeira, I don't really know if he loses this fight. I don't know if it's going to be his last fight or if he's gonna stick around for a little bit. Jan Blachowicz and Ankalaev fought, and Ankalaev beat Jan Blachowicz. If Jan Blachowicz got that victory against Ankalaev, we might have been seeing Jan Blachowicz and Glover Teixeira fighting for this belt. But since he lost against Ankalaev, light heavyweight division, it seems like anyone can go there and just grab the victory. Right now, there's no champion. Yuri Prohaska is the champion, but the belt was taken away from him because he's gonna stay for a very long time because of his shoulder injury. How is the division playing out now? Like, it's crazy how the division is playing out, and it seems so far it's going Glover Teixeira's way because he was a former champion, and Yuri Prohaska beat Glover Teixeira and took the victory, and that was a close fight. That fight was interesting. Glover Teixeira was doing well first, second, third, fourth, and fifth round he was doing well until he got a neck choke from Yuri Prohaska. And until UFC figured that stuff out, a lot of people thought that Glover Teixeira was winning the fight. On the card, it says that Glover Teixeira was winning, and Yuri Prohaska says he didn't like how he approached the fight. He was pressuring so badly. He wasn't even dodging punches, and UFC thought this fight they have to make her again. And Yuri Prohaska got an injury during that fight. The injury haven't healed up well, so he went to the doctor, and the doctor said that he's gonna be off for a while. So this is why we're having Glover Teixeira and Jamahal Hill. Okay, so what do you guys think? Do you guys like the fight against Jamahal Hill's, Glover Teixeira, Jamahal Hill's fighting for the light heavyweight belt, or is it is what it is? Like, the champion is this still Yuri Prohaska? I don't know. What do you guys think about the UFC 283? I know a lot of people are not excited about the fight. A lot of people don't like it because, Yuri Prohaska not fighting Glover Teixeira again. That might be a second fight, and that might be an interesting fight. And what do you guys think, man? I'm guessing if Yuri Prohaska come back, for sure, he's going to go straight to the belt to fight to the winner of Glover Teixeira or Jamahal Hill's. So that's how it's going to go. Or if it's still off, maybe Jan Blachowicz might step in and fight for the belt. So what do you guys think? Do you guys like the UFC 283 fight, or it is what it is? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace.